Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please do subscribe, like, comment and share. I'm very sure there will be someone who would want to know these things. If there's anything you want me to do, like a topic you don't understand, please leave it in the comment. Okay, well, so as you see here, we are gonna talk about the multiplication of algebra. But the first thing you need to do is please go back to one of my videos. I did already the laws of indices. You need to understand the laws of indices for you to get to understand the multiplication of algebra. Okay, so the first multiplication of algebra, let me see if I can get a general equation. Say we have a multiplied by a, say d plus e. Ne? So we have a single term, though this whole thing is a term because of this, but like we have a single term multiplying each of those in the bracket. Ne? So that means now we are going to have it's a times d, it's a times d plus, keep the sign in the middle, plus a times e, which is a times e. Ne? So when you multiply a times d, you got a d, plus a times e, you got a e. So these are two different terms. Though we have a here and a here, these are two different terms separated by a plus, so we cannot do anything. This is the final answer. This is where it ends. Okay, so we can use an example. We have 2 is an example, so we can use say you have 3xy multiplied by xy plus z. Ne? So you see why I want you guys to go back to the laws of indices now. So you have 3xy times xy, so it's basically 3xy, this one, times xy, so it's 3xy times xy, this. So this rule, it's like every term in here, it's more like shaking hands. I mean, we're all taught that it's more like shaking hands. So each term should multiply with the outside term. Ne? So, and then we have 3xy multiplied by z. So it's plus 3xy times z. Ne? So now you check, if you multiply this side, we have 3xy multiplied by xy. You can see here that x is common here and x is also here. So x is common on both. It's here and it's also here. Now we have to go back to the laws of indices. It says keep the same base and keep the same base and add the powers. Ne? So we have 3, because it's 3 times a 1, there's a 1 there, we just don't write it because we know in mathematics by default this is 1, ne? But you don't write it because it doesn't make any difference. So then you have x, so you have x, there's a 1 there, it's 1 plus the 1 that side. So keep the same base and add the powers. So you have y, keep the same base which is y and add the same base. The base here is y. Let's make this one 2. And then the base here is 2. Plus 3xyz. Do you know why 3xyz? That's because here we don't have common indices. So this is z and this is xy. So it just becomes xy times z. I mean xyz, sorry, 3xyz. So then this one gives us it gives us 3x squared y to the power of 3, because 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, and then y, 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So plus, now this one, that's the way it is, 3xyz. And this is that's our final answer. Do you guys have questions? Let me just repeat a bit. So what you need to do, you can see here, what you need to do, you multiply each term in the bracket should be multiplied by the outside one. So it's like shaking hands with everyone. So that means every person in a group should shake hands with, I don't know, I hope I'm making sense. Anyways, so you have A times D, and then you have A times E. So A times D gives you just AD. It does not give you anything else. And then A times E gives you AE. Ne? So they say here it's the same as this one, except here our terms are repeating, you know. So here we have XY, and then we have XYZ. So we have to look at that. But then for us to understand that, we need to go back to the rules of indices. Okay, cool. And one of the method, let's say number 3. Let me just remove this there. Let's say number 3. So for number 3 we have, let's say just the basics. We have A times B. We have 5 times C. We have 5Z times A, like that. Unlike in addition, in multiplication, as long as when the terms are unlike, we can multiply the unlike terms. We can multiply them. So that means A times B is equal to AB. 5 times C is equal to 5C. And then 5Z times A. Since none of these are alike, it's just 5A, AZ. Ne? So now if you go back, if you check very well, I'm not sure if you can see that, but like if you check, so if you already know that a term times a term, whether they are different in multiplication, they can be multiplied. When you come here, it won't be so hard. Then you already know, you know. And if they have powers and stuff, then you know how to work with them from the laws of indices. Okay, just make sure you go back to that part. Ne? Okay. One of the things that you can, okay, let's go to number 4. It's a bit different. So we have 5 plus A multiplied by X plus 2. So it's the same concept, but except now we have, instead of having A plus B, now we have brackets on both sides with 2 terms inside. Neither the bracket makes an expression or whatever a term, but in this case let's just count them as 2 terms to make our life easier. Okay, so then that means you multiply everything this side by 5, and you multiply everything this side also with A. Ne? So we have this guy multiplying this guy, giving us 5 times X. Ne? And then we have this, keep the sign, plus this guy multiplying again 5 times 2. Ne? And then we have this guy multiplying this guy. So keep the sign plus there, plus A times X. And then we have this guy multiplying this guy. Keep the sign there, plus A times 2. If you can see, well, each of the term has appeared twice. So we have 5 twice, we have X twice, we have 2 twice, we have A also twice. So that is the way it's supposed to be. Then you go on, you know already 5 times X is more like 5 times C. So we have 5C. So then that's 5X, 5 times 2 plus 10. Then plus A times X is AX plus A. It's not Z but 2A. This is 5 times X, 5X, 5 times 2, 10, A times X, AX, A times 2 is 2A. Remember that A times, say A times 2 is the same as 2 times A, which is gonna give you 2A. Yeah. And then say you have the last example here, x squared 3x plus say y is more or less the same as the third example. I mean the second example. Yeah, so you have x squared multiplying. Let me just give you maybe like few minutes. Just pause the video and then try to get this answer. Don't cheat on yourself, okay? So you have x squared times 3x. Don't cheat on yourself if you did not. Please go back. Pause the video and do this on your own. Thank you. Thank you for doing it. Okay, now let's see if your answer is right. So x squared times 3x. So this guy multiplying. So you have 3x squared times, sorry, it's just 3x, this one, times x squared, and then again plus y times x squared. It doesn't matter which one comes first. So I started with 3x, but I usually start with x squared. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter which one comes first since we are multiplying. The only problem comes in with addition and when we are subtracting. So this guy don't really have problems. Yeah. So yeah. So this is 3x. This is 3 times 1 here. We know that there's a 1 here. So this is x squared, but we know there's a 1 there, there's also a 1 there. We don't write it because it doesn't make any difference, you know. So yeah, that's why here we have 3 times a 1 there, but it's equal to 3. Then we have this 3x, there's a 1 there. Remember, there's a mistake there. There's a 1 there, so it's 1 plus 2 plus y x. It will be x squared times y, or y times x squared is going to give you x squared y. So this is 3x to the power of 3 plus x squared y. So this is 3x, 1 plus 2 plus x squared y. So because here we have added the powers most, it's 1 plus 2 giving us the power 3. So I hope we are together. I hope we are together. So we are done with that. Let me just leave you with something. I will leave you with a homework. You can leave your answer in the comments. I'm always on YouTube. I'll definitely see everything. So let me just leave you with something, and I'll check if you are right or you are not right. So we have 2p, this is homework, ne? 2p times 3p q, don't mind that, this is bracket, ne? So you have xp, I love x guys, plus ap to the power of 2. I want let me find this. This is 2p times 3pq, open bracket, xp plus ap to the power of 2. This is your homework. Please leave it in the comment. I want to see it in the comment, you know. Why do I keep saying, you know? Anyways, so yeah. Let me find it in the comment, or you can actually just look for my number. Yeah, Facebook or wherever, and then you are not my number. Just go in the comments and leave it in the comments. I'll be able to see. I know I will see it because I'm always on WhatsApp. I mean on YouTube. Let's go on with division of algebra. Division of algebra. Let me put this guy back. So we have division of algebra. Division of algebra is not different from multiplication. The only difference is the signs that they change, but otherwise the rules are the same, except you still have to go back to the video I did on laws of indices. Go back to laws of indices. So in this case you need to know the division rule. Yeah, in case of multiplication, you need to know the multiplication rule. Okay, so let's start with the first one. So you have A over divided by B. This is the same as A over B. Basically, it's just the same. It's just what I've changed here is just, yeah, but it doesn't change anything. It becomes A over B. Number 2, if you have, say, A B to the power of 2 over A to the power of 2B. So this is, we are dividing algebra. I hope that's right. So this is laws of indices. This is supposed to be at least the third, maybe the third step or so. Let's leave this out. Let's make number 2 A plus bx over A to the power of 2 5A times AB. Ne? So what you can do here is it is still the same thing. You have multiplication on top, and then multiplication on each side. There is a numerator and there's a denominator. But if you go back to your multiplication of algebra, you'll be able to obviously understand this because it's exactly the same. Then you have A. We know by now what to do. So it's A times A. We have, in this case, A times A. Remember, A times A is equal to A to the power of 2. Is not equal to 2A. A plus A is the one that is equal to 2A. Are we together? Yes, we are together, though I'm alone in this room. So yeah, so we have A times A is A to the power of 2 because we are adding powers. So it's A one time, you keep the same base, which is A, and then add the power 1 plus 1. And then plus A times BX, so you have A. Since all the terms are different, it's just ABX. So this guy and that guy. So A multiplies A, and A also multiplies BX over A squared over A squared times 5, it will be 5A squared. And then 5A squared plus A to the power of AB. Then we have a 1 here. We know